Well, hello, my beautiful souls and fellow creators. I am so thankful, just so thankful. This has been a really exciting time, and the fact that I've had the opportunity to interview so many amazing people, it just shows how fantastic the community is. Oh, my beautiful wife, I love you so much. And it really shows that even though this is a physical distancing, we don't have to let the distance destroy how we interact with people and how we try to help people. Because ultimately, we should be able to be here to help people and hold space and let those around in our community know that we love them. And so I'm feeling very fortunate that I have had this opportunity. It's just been magnificent. Really, really wonderful. I'm excited for my guest. She will be joining me soon. And she'll get prompted with the icon that says join live chat. She'll click on that. And then as soon as she does that, then I will go ahead and I'll get her in here as soon as I am able. So it's going to be wonderful. And, I want to share again, if you are experiencing anything, frustration, sadness, anything, if you're feeling anything and you need somebody to talk to, please feel free to reach out. I'm here for you. I'm more than happy to hold space for you. And, you're not alone. And if I can do what I can to help you, then please feel free to reach out and, talk to me. I'm here for you. However you need to talk to me. And so my next guest, this is such a wonderful experience because I just really started doing these live videos. And so I'm learning how to do this as well. And my next guest, she's coming on, and she's also new to this. Here she comes. All right, so we're learning as we go, and it's all about learning, right? That's the exciting part of life, is learning. And the more we learn, the better we are. Welcome, my friend.
Hi, I'm not sure this is the first time I'm doing this way. Maybe I joined in too quickly. I'm sorry if I cut you off in between. I was not sure.
No, you're doing wonderful, and I love the artwork behind you.
Oh, thank you. And I love the painting you have behind you as well.
Oh,
Very beautiful. But please continue with whatever you were sharing because I think I kind of joined in between.
not a worry. I was just saying that, I just started recently doing these live videos, so I'm still learning a lot. And then I had said, you're also learning how to do this as well. And I made the suggestion to people that it's really good right now to learn. This is a good time for us to learn and just to keep our minds, moving towards something different than kind of what's in the world right now.
That's true.
So, that's kind of all I was saying. And I'm really happy you're here. Thank you so much for taking the time. Absolutely. So before we get started, would you kindly do me the honor of introducing yourself and just sharing a little bit about what it is that you do?
Sure. My name is Annindita. You can just call me Annie because it's such a tongue twister. So just call me Annie. So I am a Reiki teacher. I teach Reiki workshops, meditation workshops, law of attraction workshops. I've been doing that since 2011. And I'm also a life coach. I am an NLP practitioner. So NLP stands for Neuro-Linguistic Programming. And yeah, that's pretty much what I do. I teach workshops online as well as in person and the life coaching.
That's fantastic. That's, I know that there was a huge part of our time when people were kind of, not sure what to make of life coaches. But I believe now people are really starting to see the power and potency that a life coach has to offer. And so it's really nice to see that that occupation is really getting the grounding and footing that it really deserves to have, because you're really out there helping people better themselves.
Right. It seems like people are now taking their mental, emotional health as seriously as physical health, and also looking at it from a holistic perspective and not just looking at the body as a machine. So, which is
Yes.
really great.
Yes. Fantastic. That's wonderful. So I want to try to keep my promise to keep these short because I don't want to take too much of your time. But the reason I've asked you to be here with me today is this. Right now, we are experiencing just a unique moment in our time. Our history will never be the same after this. And this is a really, for myself, this is a beautiful moment in our lives. And so some people, they're really finding the ability to thrive. They're finding the beauty. They're able to see joy. And there are some people who are really struggling. And the people who are struggling, they want to thrive, but they may not have the tool or the strategy or the tip. So I would like to ask, do you have any tips or strategies to get somebody from just really struggling to at least in the direction of thriving?
That's a great question, actually. And in fact, 2 weeks ago, I did a Facebook Live call exactly on that. And I feel like the main thing is moving from fear to personal power. And, it's so easy to just watch the news and read the newspapers all the time and see all the things that people are posting on social media and just buy into the fear and the panic. And I'm not saying that, things are not happening. There are certain things happening in the world right now which could be scary. So I'm not trying to minimize that. Of course, there are scary things happening. But the more you buy into the fear, the less empowered you are, the more disempowered you feel. And a person who takes action from a place of fear, those actions are going to yield very different results than a person who is taking action from a place of self-empowerment. And even if maybe the action are exactly the same, maybe a person who is in fear is also staying at home and doing the same things that a person who is feeling empowered is doing, just staying at home and doing social distancing and all the things. But just the fact that the energy behind the action is going to be different is really the intention of the energy behind your actions. The actions from outside can look exactly the same. To an outsider who does not know what is happening internally, energetically, to them, the action could look exactly the same, but the energy is going to be so different. And based on your energy, you create your momentum. And based on that momentum, you get the results in life that you get. So first and foremost, I would really suggest to do whatever it takes, but to take yourself out of that fear and panic state, the fight, flight response. We anyways live in such a adrenaline-driven society, and we have become so used to being on the run all the time. We just keep ourselves so distracted with TV, social media, friends, partying, going clubbing, or just keeping the mind and body very distracted with activities. And of course, there is no harm in staying busy with things that you love doing, of course. That's what we are all here for, to enjoy life and do the things that we are here to do. So, of course, there is no harm in taking action, but we have been keeping our mind and body extremely busy. And a lot of people are doing that just so they can avoid certain things that they don't want to deal with in their life. Just because, they are having some issues, some challenges in their life, maybe a bad job, maybe bad relationship, bad health, whatever it is. But instead of dealing with that problem head on, they just want to avoid it. And a great way to avoid it is just go outside, drink till you feel numb, or just, go partying, go shop, go eat out, binge on things. So, but that is not going to work anymore because of the coronavirus and the social distancing. Of course, you still have TV and you still have internet, but the options now to keep yourself distracted outside has reduced greatly. So I feel like this is the best time in your life that you could possibly use for going within and for healing and really dealing with those things that you had been avoiding all your life. This is the best time to really self-introspect, for self-inquiry, meditate, and really instead of, blaming the world, blaming your government, or just blaming others for the condition of the world, instead of getting into that blame mindset. Take your power back and use this time constructively to go within and deal with the problems that you have always been denying, always been avoiding, and use that time constructively. And another thing that I would definitely highly recommend doing is meditation. Because when you meditate, and this is really the best time if you have never, if some of the people listening, they might not have ever experienced meditation, or they might have some preconceived ideas about meditation. But especially if you are in a fear and panic mindset, the best way to get out of that mindset and to slow down that particular momentum is to meditate. So just, starting a daily meditation routine. And it doesn't have to be 30 minutes or hour long. Even if it is just 15, 20 minutes long, that's great too. One of the common objections I hear about meditation is I just cannot meditate. It's so boring. The moment I start meditating, I have these thoughts rushing in. But believe me, every single person has the same experience when they start meditating because nobody's used to it. It's brand new for everybody when you do the first time. It's like when you go to the gym the very first time in your life and you come back home and you are just so sore and everything is aching. But you keep on going, you keep on doing it, and it's just a muscle that gets trained. So every single person has that same problem, born meditating. So just stay with it, just stick with it, and as you keep on doing that, it will get easier. Everything gets easier with practice. That's why people say practice makes perfect. So yeah, really taking back your power, moving from that blame mentality to taking your power back and using this time for self-introspection, meditating. And also the third thing I would suggest is staying in gratitude. I know life is very hard right now, especially for some people, people in the entertainment industry, people who were working in hotels and restaurants. So some people have been hit very badly. There is no denying that fact. But no matter what, there is always something in life to be grateful for.
Yes.
And sometimes maybe you have to look harder. Maybe this is the time when you have to look a little bit harder. But that doesn't change the fact that there are still things in your life which are going right. Things could have been even worse.
Yes.
And, even if you cannot find one single thing in your life that is working the way you want it to be going, maybe you could focus on something more general, like there is plenty of oxygen to breathe. Can you even imagine holding your breath for a minute? We wouldn't be able to do that. So try holding your breath for a minute and you will realize how important oxygen is. And there is an abundance of oxygen. If you go out running, or even if, okay, fine, now people are not going out running that much, they're staying at home. Even if you work out at home, you never ever have to worry that, oh my God, what if my oxygen reserve is, getting depleted? Your oxygen reserve never gets depleted. There is enough oxygen, as much as you want, you can take it. And you don't have to pay anybody for it.
That's right.
So you can always be grateful for that. You can be grateful for the sunlight. Without the sunlight, there will be no life on the earth at all.
Yes.
And there will be no food, there will be no animals, and of course, there will be no humans. So if you cannot find anything specific to your life to be grateful for, you can be grateful for general things like sunlight and oxygen. You just need to look deeper. And you will find, I'm sure that no matter where you are in your life, there is always a couple of things to be really grateful for.
Yes.
So those three things is what I would suggest to really, take back your personal power and feel more empowered. To just move away from fear and be in your power. That would be my suggestion.
I think those are absolutely wonderful suggestions, Annie. Those are really practical and can be applied right away. And, I want to, one of our guests, she's been participating, and I really want to acknowledge her real quick. She had a question that I would love for you to answer. So Dee, she just now wrote, thank you for this. I was giving up. And a few moments earlier, she wrote, what do we think is going to happen after this whole situation is resolved? Do you have any ideas of what is on the horizon for us?
Well, I really believe we all create our personal realities. Even though it might seem like we are sharing one reality, but in originality, actually, we are all creating our own individual realities. So based on where your energy is, based on the energy that you are giving out, is what you will be getting in return once this thing gets over. And not just once this thing gets over, but even during. Because not every single person is facing this current situation in the same way.
Yes.
And not every single person will have the same experience later on. And that's why it is so important to take your power back and control the only thing you have control over, and that's your energy. You don't have any control over others, what others are doing, what the government is doing, what people are doing. So, stop spending your energy trying to control the uncontrollable. Instead, take back your power and control what is really under your control, and that is your energy, your vibration, your mindset. So that's really, and that would determine what experience you will experience once all of this is over. And it is not something that everybody will experience together, because everybody is creating their individual reality. It will be different for every person. And that's actually a great thing.
Absolutely. That's the magic, right?
That's the magic, exactly. You're not condemned to one reality. You can create your own.
That's right. That's right. And that's where, those blessings, they begin to trickle, right?
Exactly.
As you start to be.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things, so I had a client that I was working with a couple of years ago, and she had said, there's nothing that I have to be blessed for. And I said, if you can hear my voice and you can see me, you're blessed.
Exactly. Right.
Right? There's people who can't even see, but they still believe they're blessed.
Right. Right. And we take all these things for granted: the ability to see, the ability to smell, the ability to hear, to speak, to walk around, to write, to do whatever we want with our bodies.
Yes.
It's amazing.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. I mean, it's mind-blowing how extraordinary this existence is.
It is, yes. And I understand that some people who are having a hard time right now, they find it hard to believe that this existence is mind-blowingly beautiful. But that is just because we are all divine beings, and we all are part of that same infinite energy. And what that means is, when you are part of that infinite energy, then you are infinite yourself. And now somebody who is an infinite being, if they are creating hardships, then that's what they are going to experience. Because you are so powerful that nobody else has the power to overcome or write off, or, what you are giving away energetically, what you are putting out energetically, nobody else can take that away. So you have the power to really create whatever it is that you want. And with that power, some people are creating an amazing life for themselves. And then some people are just using the same power to create some, self-destructive habits and behaviors and just hardships in their life. But it's really the same power that is being used in two different ways. That's why it's so important to be mindful and take your power back.
Yes. Awesome. Annie, that's totally awesome. And, I think you really did give some fantastic tips and strategies that can easily be accomplished, with just some practice.
Thank you. And thank you for having me here again.
You're so welcome. And I want to stay true to my word. I don't want to take any more of your time.
No problem.
I really appreciate you being here with me, and I'm so thankful for you.
Thank you. I appreciate you too. Thank you.
You're so welcome. I'm sure we'll talk again. I love you very much, and have a wonderful rest of your day.
You too. Bye.